What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video for me, Talking Bull. I got Drock here with me today. We're doing something a little bit different today. So me and Drock, we talk about a lot of things. We have a lot of similar interests, and lately we've been talking about figures, action figures, and whatnot. What we've had, what we've collected, recollecting, all sorts of things we've lost, things we should have gotten rid of, things we have gotten rid of. I just noticed my light decided it wants to flicker on and off, and that's the one above my head, so who knows.
I didn't even notice you pointed it out.
Yeah, it's the one above. The lighting in this house is just jacked. Anyways, so we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna talk about random figures and whatnot. And basically, a lot of this conversation starts with me and D-Rock seeing what NECA is doing with turtles, and immediately wanting them, and then immediately disappointed that we can't ever find them or get them. So I think, like, go ahead.
On that note, wait, you continue, and then I'll tell you about my experience with that whole debacle.
Yes. So as you guys know, a long time ago, like the first year of this channel, did a unboxing of my big ass Leonardo. The one time I've been able to find any of these figures in Canada, because NECA has the worst like international releases when it first came out. They're a little better now, but back when these things first started, they didn't have any way to get them here. So I finally was able to get one, and he's awesome. He's out in my living room, big. But then they're like, hey, we're going to do 7-inch variants of these guys. And I'm like, well, I don't want to keep buying the big dudes, even though I want to. I'm like, I'm going to get the 7-inch variants. Still to this day, have not gotten them, and I didn't pre-order them when they finally came here, and now I can't get them. I tried to do it the other day, but EB Games does not ship them to your house. You have to go there. And with what's going on right now, I do not want to just go to EB Games. It seems like a wasted trip for whatever's going on right now. So at some point, I really want these turtles because they're dope.
Yeah, my experience with this is that when they announced, well, first off, when GameStop got them, I didn't know that they had an option to pre-order them. Like, you go up there and like, hey, yeah, I want to pre-order this so I can guarantee to get it. Didn't know that was a thing, because I thought that it was just video games. So I missed out on that. I could never find them online or in the stores. And then when they announced that they're going to do the Walmart exclusives, I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to get on this. And then when they announced the Casey Jones and Raph in Disguise 2-pack, I'm like, I'm getting this the day it comes out. I will be there at Walmart, mask on and everything, grab it and go. Yeah. So anyway, so they announced the date. They released them online, but bot sniped them. And they're selling everywhere on eBay. And all they said was, well, happy hunting, good luck finding them in stores when they get released. But the weird thing is that people internationally could have still bought them from the NECA store. But
funny thing is, I had them in the cart, and it was like so much more money with the conversion and to ship them here. I was like, I cannot justify spending this much as opposed to what I've spent on this much getting the same amount of figures. For me, it was crazy. I was like, I'll wait 3 years until they get here.
Exactly. That and see, I don't mind waiting for it. I just want to get it where I'm not spending an arm and a leg, and I refuse.
Yeah, exactly.
They're $50, at least here in the U.S. They're $50. I'm not spending $150 to $200 on these on eBay.
Yeah,
not that worth it to me. But I don't. I don't condone going out. Stay home if you have to. But I've masked up and I've gone to Walmart multiple times over the last few weeks just to find these things, and every time I go in there,
I understand that.
The employees are just like, no, you can check Walmart.com, and I'm like, no, they're only in store. Well, we don't care. I'm like, no, they're Walmart exclusives.
Yeah,
you should have had them 3 weeks ago. Well, we don't. I'm like, okay, all right. So
see, and here's the thing. I've been seeing a lot of that lately when it comes to figures and Walmart exclusives and Target exclusives. They never have anything. And I know from like my experience, our Toys R Us or our toy store in Walmart is just garbage. They never have anything. Like, it's the same 8 figures they've had for 4 years.
See,
so getting new stuff.
Yeah. See, ours gets them every once in a while. Like the turtle anniversary 4-packs where they did the original '80s toys.
Yeah.
And then did the original like Turtles Prime toys.
Mm-hmm.
The stores had those. I walked in there. I was like, I saw them. I'm like, oh, these are awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't have the money at the time for them, so I didn't pick them up. But I got one as a gift. And the day we all went to PAX, the day before we left for PAX, the other one was on clearance at Walmart for $25.
Oh.
And I couldn't spend any money because I had to save it for for the trip.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I need this. So I missed out on it. So one day I may find that. But yeah.
The same thing happened with the Transformer for Back to the Future. I forget, it was like Gigawatt or whatever. Walmart exclusive Transformer into the DeLorean. They only made the first wave. They did 1985. That's how many they made because of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Limit of 12. Immediately gone, up on eBay. The pre-order is up on eBay. So Walmart released the date, put them online. Immediately they all went on eBay for like $300. And then they're like, oh, we'll make more in November. It's like, how about you don't put a limit of 12? You know these things are going to get that.
That's insane. So who makes those? Was that a NECA thing or is that like a Mattel?
No, that's the Hasbro Transformer thing. Yeah.
That's right. Hasbro has them.
Yeah, they have their license.
Yeah,
Man, those NECA figures are so good.
They are.
I've got an alien coming at some. And he's really pretty.
They just announced a glow in the dark one today. I saw on their Instagram because I think they've been releasing
for Alien.
Yeah, they've been.
Yeah, they did that with Predator too. Did you see that?
That lightning Predator looks dope from Predator 2. Yeah.
I think that they're starting to do a few of those because they announced the turn for that in the Loot Crate bundle that they were doing. Did you see this?
No.
So the Spirit of Splinter they did in the Loot Crate.
No, I haven't paid attention to Loot Crate in years.
I just see them because I get when I check certain sites they're on there. But they did a 4 set of Loot Crate NECA figures, and the first one was the comic version of Shredder. The second wave was the turtles from Turtles in Time when you get hit by the electrical things, and the turtle doing this, but electrocuted.
Oh wait! I did see.
One was the Spirit of Splinter, and then I think Bebop in a bunny costume, and I don't know what the last one was, but I was like, I can't. Again, the price was just crazy because of international shipping and stuff. But that Spirit of Splinter, man, it looks really nice.
Damn.
Because it looks like the Splinter from when they're talking to his spirit in the first,
yeah, he's all blue looking or something.
Yeah, it's that one. And he comes and he's all blue and his robe's all blue and shit. And he comes with a marshmallow stick.
Surprised those didn't sell out real fast.
They did.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because it was basically you had to if they had to meet a certain number of people wanting to buy it before they even produced them. It's kind of like the Sentinel they announced today for the X-Men line of Legends.
Wait, huge. Is it to build the Sentinel?
No, it's a Sentinel. It's a big ass Sentinel.
Okay,
they announced it today.
They actually used to have one of the Play and Talk, which is like kind of like the retro video game store here, but they sell figures and stuff. They used to have like the original Marvel Legends Sentinel. So are they re-releasing it?
I think so. Just under the new, not because it was probably Toy Biz line.
I think
now
so.
They have the new line. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
I've been watching a lot of old videos from I forget what it's called. Some YouTube channel. They were doing like the top 10 Hasbro and top worst Hasbro figures.
I'll have to check those out.
Toy Biz ones. I'll send you the link later, but they're just funny. Some of them look awful.
Like with their faces.
Because they use all the same modes, there's the molds, they're all awful.
Yeah, and like their faces look derpy as hell.
Yeah. Oh man, I missed out. This is just gonna be us talking about shit we missed out on. I missed out on the ordering of the turtles. Did you see they did the old '87 turtle line for Comic-Con exclusive?
Really?
And they come in like a little bus, the party van packaging. But it's the 4 turtles, Splinter, and Shredder, all looking like their original the line.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, I missed it by like a day because I would have pre-ordered. I don't care how much it was because that was my childhood. Turtles was my childhood when it comes to figures. There we go. I segued into that perfect. I had everything. So from like what was it, 86 to 90, let's say 7, Turtles put out God knows how many figures. I would say I had 98% of them, and that includes playsets and vehicles. Like a freaking turtle bomber they had, like everything, blimp, like the sewer playset, the wacky heads, the space cadets, the undercovers, the movie figures, the samurai like just fucking everything under the sun. I think that's the first swear word I've said in what, half an hour of recording.
I've been trying to be really good myself with that because I keep wanting to drop the F-bomb.
Yeah. But I'm like, yeah, it's the first one I think of. Good job. But yeah, my childhood, I had every damn turtle. And I wish I had kept some of it. Just at least the OG turtle. But the funny thing is, you know the most breakable things in that line? Foot soldiers. They broke all the time. No matter what you did, because they were stupidly posed, right?
Yeah.
Remember these things?
Their
arms were longer than their bodies,
yeah,
and they looked like they were walking like monkeys.
Yeah.
I'm like, who designed this crap?
Have you watched?
I remember I left one outside in the winter, and it froze on a block of ice.
Oh wow!
And it was super cool until it melted, and then the figure just broke apart.
Oh, it just shattered. Oh man,
just shattered.
Have you watched?
But yeah, I had like the squishy head turtles. I had everything, man.
Have you watched the Toys That Made Us? The episode about the turtles?
Amazingly not. You think I would have, but I didn't.
It's a really good episode. They talk about those specifically.
They're so bad.
What? I was a huge Turtles fan when I was a kid too. Like I love the movies, I love the cartoons, but I don't recall if I had any of the toys. The other thing I was big on was Power Rangers, and I had the ones where their heads flip.
Yeah, the auto flippers.
Yeah,
I had a few of those. Yeah,
and they re-released those a few years ago.
They did with like the OG packaging inside the other packaging.
Yeah,
I saw those. Those are really cool. I follow Bruno and Maya on MPR Toys, and it's just the Power Ranger channel, and they just talk about all things Power Rangers. And he was talking about those. You guys haven't seen that and you love Power Rangers? Go watch him. He has everything Power Rangers, including Sentai shit. His whole wall. He's got walls of all the figures, and then walls of all the Zords. He's crazy.
You should also watch the Power Rangers toy line episode of the Toys That Made Us.
I should. I really should watch this one. I haven't. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, I just haven't watched it.
They're really good. Really, really good. I'm trying to think of like the other toys that I had a lot of, because like I said, I didn't have many. Oddly enough, I somehow did not have turtle toys. My cousin did, but I never did. I did have the Kenner line of Alien toys. I had
nice. I see. I never had any of those. I wasn't into that when I was any of the like. I'd seen bits and pieces of stuff, but never actually enough to be like, cool. I want the Alien line.
Yeah. See, my mom was like a big horror movie fan, and like she let me watch those as a kid. Not like a young kid, but still too young to be watching it. But
young enough where you're like, should I be watching this? But it's so cool.
Yeah. But
yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like I forgot I had them up until maybe about like 7 or 8 years ago. Like one day it just hit me. I remember I'm like, I had those. So I went on this like weird kick where I went on eBay seeing if I could find them and stuff, and found a bunch of them. But NECA started releasing their version of those lines. So
yeah, they got the Rhino one out right now, and the Snake, right?
See, yeah, they have the Rhino one, which is red, but I had like it was like a blue and silver Rhino. This is the one that I had, and then they had the Snake, and I hope they released the Alien Queen with the wings.
That'd be cool.
That thing was dope. Like, I remember the toys being really bulky, kind of, but
yeah,
I still thought they were so cool because the alien's head, you could do this with the Snake, and his little yeah.
That's so cool. I know, like, yeah, a lot of companies now are like Ghostbusters, they just released the I don't know who did it, but they released the Kenner line of Ghostbusters. Walmart exclusive.
Oh, sorry. Is that what's at Walmart right now? Yeah, I've been seeing people on like Instagram and stuff talking about how some people can't find those, but other people are like, I can go to Walmart right now and they've got the shelves of them.
Yeah, speaking of people, Pixel Dan, big toy hunter on YouTube, he was talking about he had pre-ordered them, and there was like this whole big debacle with them because I guess the who you gonna call thing they put on the box is a different trademark than everything else. So some of the figures have it, some of it don't. Some of them have international writing because they just released a whole bunch of different lines to like put them out. So some people have this version of the box and some people have this other one because they didn't get the license for it. So all the people like who were at the store were able to pick them up. Were like, cool, we were able to get these. But then the people who pre-ordered them kept having to wait because they had to wait, obviously, until they sent the right shipment out with different SKUs.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sucks.
That's crazy. I wonder if they were releasing those.
There's nothing worse than waiting for pre-order and stuff to come out and shipping. I'm waiting for that right now. I've got a few figures and stuff that like I paid for and I'm waiting to ship out. And they're pre-orders, and then they're like, I've got 2 figures right now sitting in Newark, New Jersey at a FedEx thing. Yeah. That's why I like when stuff comes to Amazon and it's cheap and I can just order it. We're going to unbox those, and I'm very excited to see what they are.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited that I finally have them.
There you go. I'm waiting for 2 figures. I'm waiting for Big Time Spidey, which it was like an 80th anniversary edition of Spidey. And he's wearing the, it's like black and green Spidey suit. And I'm waiting for that. And then I'm waiting for Red Time Force. And then,
is the Spidey, is that Marvel Legends?
Yeah. My first Marvel Legend.
Actually,
that's not true. I got an Iron Man out there.
If you see me looking up whenever I'm talking about certain figures, I've got all my figures right here in front of me on the desk.
Yeah.
Which would make more sense, be a better background if I took everything and put it this way so you can see
mine
them
are
all.
sitting right over there just because of the way the shelf is.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because, like, when I got... It's funny because, like, younger, I had all this stuff. Like Power Rangers, I had a few Batmans, like, just kind of a little bit of everything that you wanted to figure of, some of the Transformers from the Beast Wars, anything like that. Just kind of, like, anything that I had an interest in, I had the Crash Test dummies. Do you remember when this was, like, a big thing?
I think my cousin had those too.
TV show with a few episodes,
Yeah.
and then they had figures, and they broke apart, and their cars crashed and came apart. I love that show. It was great.
Didn't they break apart? Didn't they have like strings holding them together? You could pull them back together.
Some of them, yeah, and other ones they just clicked back together and flew out the windshield. And like they had a game on the Super Nintendo. Like it was a huge property, and I just had a whole bunch of that because it's random as hell. The Crash Test dummies became a figure line. Like in the '90s, man, shit was crazy. Everything had a figure line.
Yep.
Like
what can we make money
about?
off?
Exactly. People are talking about the Kenner line of the Ghostbusters and like Alien and Predator coming out now. People are asking for the Jurassic Park line of like the crazy mix-up ones. I guess it was a property I never heard of before, but I guess there was supposed to be an animated show for Jurassic Park called Collision Chaos or something. And it was based off what was supposed to be the 4th movie, where they just started combining dinosaur DNA with like everything. So like some of these dinosaurs are mixed with like animals and shit.
This
and
sounds
that was
familiar.
Supposed to be, yeah, it was supposed to be a big toy line that they put out, but they only put out like 6 or 7 figures and they canceled the line because the show didn't come out, and people weren't that interested, I guess. And I'm like, how did I not know about this? Because like that channel that I watch, they always talk about like how figures and stuff works. Like you need the show to promote the figures, and then you need the line to go out, right? Because let's face it, every successful property has a massive toy line, especially in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Even in the early 80s and late 80s, like if you had to have the toys to promote the show and the schmo to promote the toys. That's just the way it worked.
Schmo.
And it worked because clearly, yeah, I just said schmo. I was just blowing past it, but thanks. But yeah. Yeah, it just never came out, and now people are like, hey, let's put those out. And I'm like, please don't. I don't want to buy any random shit. I'm trying to keep, like, because when you're a kid, like, you just get figures all the time. Like, you know, your birthday, Christmas, you're good. You're at the store, like anything. I sold all that at a yard sale. I got rid of everything. Everything was gone. I got rid of every figure I ever had. And I was like, now I'm at a point where, like, a couple years ago, I had just random, like, Lego thin, a couple figures here and there. But lately, I've been getting real back into collecting stuff. And trying to keep it within, you know, not going crazy apeshit of buying a whole bunch of things. Even though you're looking at stuff and you're like, I want one of those and one of those and one of those. I just kind of want to build a nice small little collection like I did with my Funkos. I got a whole bunch of Funkos, but my original plan for the Funkos was I'm going to get one Funko from every series that I really enjoy. And I did that, and I haven't bought a Funko since. Now I just have a giant stack of Funkos on top of a shelf. It looks nice, but what are you going to do? I think the last one I bought was Pickle Rick over here. That's it. And I was like, that's it. Yeah, I got Pickle Rick. He's chilling over here.
See, Funkos for me, oh, that's awesome. Funkos for me are cool, but the more I see them, the more I'm just like, ugh, I can't look at them. I'm like, there's so many, but like you, like I just wanted ones from specific like things that I wanted. I mean that I really like that aren't like they're popular, but like everyone wants a Batman and Joker and Harley Quinn one, which I have those, but the ones I really wanted were like let's see, I got two of them right here. Were like my Fry and my Nibbler, and I've got
I've seen those.
Dr. Farnsworth and Leela. I wanted to get Bender and Zoidberg, but those are hard to find now, and they are a hefty penny, and I'm not spending over $10 for these things.
My one Batman I have is Nightmare Batman from Justice League. And he's got his trench coat on, he's got his little goggles, and I'm like, that's the Batman I wanted because he's cool. I got my Spider-Man, I got some Kingdom Hearts because they just happened. I got Nathan Drake. I got the Doc from Back to the Future. And then a whole bunch of other, just a bunch of them. But I got the ones. I got an alien chilling over here, and I got a raptor. I'm good.
Nice. Like I said, I have quite a few. Like I've got Casey Jones. I got that from a convention in New Orleans a few years ago. I
got Donnie.
I've got. Well, let's see. I've got all four turtles. I've got Bebop.
See, I didn't go crazy. I got one turtle.
These were gifts for friends. Like
that's fair.
Like that's how I accumulate a bunch of the ones I bought myself. I sold. Like Walgreens had a set which it was Venom, Black Suit Spider-Man, Punisher, and one other one. I don't remember what it was, but Anyway, I had the full set. And I just went to my local comic book shop, and I was like, "Can I sell these? I'm trying to get rid of my collection and stuff." Like, how much do you want for them? I'm like, honestly, if I can get at least can I get what I paid for them? And he gave me a little more than what I paid for each one. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But Funkos are cool, but they have to be something I really, really want.
Yeah. I'm amazed at how much they have blown up. Like, you think that craze would have died down?
You should watch the documentary on Netflix also about Funkos.
They have that? I didn't know that. I'm gonna check that out because it's crazy to me that like Funkos, like for a niche thing when it first started, EB and GameStop, they're just walls of Funko. Granted, they don't sell games anymore because no one buys them, but just walls of Funkos. It's insane.
Yeah, I went in the one the other day. Again, mask and all. I was out and about, and I was like, I'll stop in there. I was waiting. I was waiting on my friend to get off of work because I was supposed to go help him with something. And I went in there, and I was looking at their wall. I didn't know they came out with the Cubone ones. The little Cubone Pokemon Funko is adorable as hell.
I didn't know they had Cubone. That's cute.
Yeah, like I have my Squirtle up there, and I know you have your Charmander somewhere, right?
Yeah, I have Char right over here.
Nice. But like I said, with Funkos, it's like I like them, but they're so overwhelming that I had to stop. I
get that.
I've got two more over here. It's the Alien Queen and the Big Daddy from BioShock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, had to.
That's a bigger one, right?
Yeah.
They're the bigger ones. Yeah. I don't have any of the bigger size ones, just normal ones.
There's only two.
Ones.
those the only two big ones I have. The
Yeah.
other two I would have gotten were Roadhog and Orisa, which are two characters from Overwatch. They're the two tank characters that I play, and but I kind of fell off Overwatch up until recently. I hopped back into it, but luckily
the only Funkos I'm missing, the only line they have out
is what?
Apex Legends. They have Funkos out for those.
Oh boy!
But they don't have anything else out for them yet. I'm like, give me some figures. If Overwatch and Fortnite can have figures, get me some Apex figures, man.
I'm sure we'll probably get them. Whoever made there's a line. I don't know. It was probably McFarlane. I think McFarlane does Fortnite.
Yeah, he does.
Someone did. What figures? They did the World of Warcraft ones, and they did some Magic the Gathering ones a long time ago, but they were really, really well designed and articulated. And unless NECA gets unless NECA gets the rights to them, but if they do, good luck.
Yeah, I my favorite thing about NECA is that they have like really expensive solid ones. But then you can still get like a really like the turtles. Those turtles are amazing quality, and they're like $30 figures.
If you could find them.
And that's what I love. Like they're good figures for what they are. And that's what I was trying to recollect was not crazy like Figuarts $120 like figures. Just decent figures that look nice on a shelf that I can occasionally move and pose and just look at. Just mid-tier like. Because obviously, like when it comes to DC and like Marvel and stuff, they have like the kid, even Turtles. They have like the kid SKU, and then they have like for a while that's all they had. But now with NECA and stuff, they have that mid tier where it's like, yeah, here's a decent figure that you can, you actually want to get, as opposed to like the rise of the TMNT figures.
Yeah,
not knocking them because kids love them, but like decent mid tier figures.
See. Majority of NECA's figures aren't expensive. It's just it's certain ones. It's a lot of the third-party sellers because it's the only way you can get them. So they just jack the price up on them,
which really pisses me off.
Yeah, because there's a Sam figure from this horror movie called Trick or Treat. It's like hands down my favorite horror movie. Like one of them. It's the best Halloween movie ever. But it's the little character from it, little sackhead, little creepy kid thing, and I can never find his figure for like under $50, and I'm like I don't want to spend $50 on this, but I really want this.
I get that. Yeah, that's what happened with the Turtles, man. They came out and they got jacked up, and finding shit like that now is crazy.
Yeah. So
especially like international over in Canada, like every website is American, and it costs twice as like. You got to put in the Canadian figure, and then you have to ship it here, which is almost as much as the figure. So you really want to have that figure.
Yeah, see that's one thing
to want to do it.
One thing I always forget that you're up in Canada. So whenever we talk about this kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, check this out, look at this, and then you're like, I don't know when I'm gonna get it up here, and I'm like, oh,
exactly,
no.
Like
it's like I forgot.
The Turtles are getting a little better, and NECA's getting better with like having this stuff go to EB Games, but there's still a large gap in between like when we get them and when they're released. Like I think last year the toys are the Target exclusive figures for the cartoon NECA line went to Target. We just got those. They're pre-ordered now. They come out in July.
Oh wow! You talking?
Yeah.
Okay, I know which one you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, the cartoon 2-packs that they had.
The one,
yeah,
the one with the Bebop and Rocksteady that everyone's losing their minds over because they can't find them anywhere.
Yeah, we're just getting those now along with the Turtles and stuff like that.
That's
and
insane.
Then like, I really wanted to try and find the Batman Turtle figures. Good luck.
Okay, so I went into GameStop and before the world decided to shit itself,
collapse and all that stuff.
Yeah. I was in GameStop in the next city over, or next town over, and I walked in, and there they were.
Nice.
The turtle Batman figures. And I was like, these are badass. Again, I didn't have the money for them, but I saw them. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, these are so cool. And I remember you saying you wanted the Mikey or does each one wear the bat suit?
Mikey wears the bat suit in like his standalone figure.
Oh, okay. But no, those figures
was a
are
standalone one, and then there was the 2-packs.
Those figures are really
like,
nice.
With Batman with the turtle, and then like Nightwing with the turtle. I think Batgirl with the turtle. I don't know. They were really nice looking figures because that movie is just awesome.
Yeah, I really enjoy that.
That whole comic line is just awesome.
I gotta read the third part to it. I'm sorry I'm yawning so much, man. I'm so tired.
It's fine. It's late, man. I get it. I'm drinking a monster right now just because I'm like, we're recording. I want to be awake, and alert, and words are hard.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I've just been getting back into figure collecting, and it all started with the Lightning collection. I was out somewhere visiting somebody, and I picked up the Lightning, the White Ranger, that after Hasbro took over the line from whoever was doing it before, and just because they had the Legacy line, right? Now they're doing the Lightning line, so they're just releasing all these new figures, but they're slightly better, I guess, from what I hear. Because I never got the Power Rangers Legacy line. Pick anything up. The only thing I bought was the Morpher, and the Power Dagger, because you gotta have the Morpher and the Power Dagger. I never bought any of the figures. I did try to buy the Megazord, but that was really hard to find.
Have you seen
that was like $500 goddamn dollars.
Have you seen the Morpher coasters for like your coffee table?
Yes.
Those look awesome. Like it's the little coins that go inside of it that you put your drinks on, but the holder for the coasters.
I used the sacred symbol.
There you go.
Yeah, I got the 4 sacred symbols. That's what I use for coasters on my desk. I love it. Just don't spill anything on them because then they get sticky and the stuff sticks to them. I gotta watch the one over here. But yeah, so I just started this Lightning collection over here of like, I'm just gonna get the Mighty Morphin Rangers. Ask me how that's going. Because I don't just have the Mighty Morphin one. I picked up a few of the other ones.
And it just keeps going.
I know. But like, the thing is, they're on Amazon, most of them. So they're normal priced. They're not like crazy price. Well, some of them are because the third party sellers get a hold of like the Mighty Morphin Blue that's on pre-order some places, but other people have him. But he's like $150 plus $30 shipping. I'm like, who's buying this? Can we stop this?
There's somebody, unfortunately.
I know, and unfortunately that sucks. There's people like, I'm like, I want that figure, but I'm not going to do that in any way in hell. There's no way I'm spending that. That's insane. That's like 5 figures. There's no way I'm doing it. There's
a couple of figures that I bought off of Amazon that I found like stupid cheap because there's a point where so like you, I like you just started collecting again. I had to stop like a while back because it was too much money, and I was didn't have the money to keep doing it, and I just had to stop because it was getting out of hand. Like
I did that with comics a few years ago.
I've got what is this? I've got like 10 Marvel Legends up here. I've got more in my closet back there that I haven't put. I don't have any space for. I got a whole bunch of shit. I just had to stop. But when I was like really hardcore into it, every time I check Amazon, I'd watch the figures because their prices would jump up and down. And I'd catch them every once in a while when they drop stupid low. Like I got this really badass Mr. Freeze figure. I wish I had it out to show you. I'll have to send it to you, like a picture of you. Send you a picture of it later on. I'm going to send you a picture of yourself, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
just me holding the figure.
It's super detailed, and I got it for like $7, and it was originally like 25, 30. But I found it for $7, and I'm like, mine. Had a friend who had Amazon Prime. I'm like, dude, if you could buy this for me, I'll give you the money right now.
Amazon Prime is great. I just continually use it, and I order these Lightning things. They're like $10 off, and I get them the next day, and then I just get a package, and I'm like, yeah, it's a figure.
See, that's awesome.
Along with my cans of water. Like that's what I ship to Amazon.
See, that's awesome that you get the next day stuff. See, for me, it's like it's free 2-day delivery, and I'm like, all right, awesome. But what it does is, because I usually don't shop until it's at night, So it's technically like, and again, this is like first world problems. It's 3 days because it doesn't.
Yeah, because you ordered it at like midnight.
Yeah, so
technically not the next day.
Yeah, so it ships the next day, and I don't get it until 2 days after that.
Yeah.
But I haven't looked at figures on there in a while. I had a bunch on my cart, but I took a lot of them out. Like the big NECA, like your Leo that you have.
Yeah.
I had those in the cart, but I had to take them out because look at it.
Those for one turtle right now, it's $250 on a third-party seller for my Leo, and I'm like, nah.
That's why I took them off. I'm like, I can't look at this. I can't look at these prices.
I've got on my wish list. I have NECA Crash Bandicoot, and I'm just watching him price drop and drop and drop and drop and drop. And I'm like, at some point, I probably will pick him up because it's Crash and he's cool. And he comes with his, he's got his little board from when he's surfing.
GameStop had it. I've held it.
Yeah.
That thing is amazing. Like it's got some weight to it too.
Yeah, it's like this big, but it looks heavy as all hell. So I'm like, I'm gonna get that guy eventually. But he's been sitting in my wish list, just jumping up and down, price fluctuation. Only figure I have on there because everything else I was just like, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I picked up. I just had to pick this up because I love the show so much. Stephen Amell is I picked up Arrow when DC took the license away from whoever was doing their mid-tier like figures, and they gave it to, I think it was Mattel, and they gave it to McFarlane. And now McFarlane's putting out all of DC's figures on their mid-tier line. Because I think Spin Master's doing their like kid line.
Which
is weird because remember Spin Master used to do the Turtles back in the day, and then they disappeared. I guess they're back now. But so I picked up Amell. He's the only figure for DC that I have, but he's just a cool figure that is like the same range as like the Marvel Legends or Lightning Collection guys. And he looks just like Stephen Amell. Like, I think they did the 3D face scanning thing that they do with some of these figures.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, the Power Rangers are the worst ones because the face scanning is so bad, and like they're just using pictures and likenesses of them, of the older actors. So none of the figures except for like Jason kind of look like the people.
Yeah, well, that's probably because he's got a lot of money in it, and he's like, hey, if you're gonna make a figure of me, and I'll make it look like me.
Because some of them look just awful, but I don't use any. None of my figures have. I don't want the normal civilian heads. I want the Power Ranger heads. So none of them have like the civilians, except for Donkey Kruger from SPD because it's a dog head. So if you look at this guy, he's technically the 6th Ranger in the SPD line for the show. He's got a dog head. Look at that. It's a friggin' dog.
Is he an actual dog in the show?
Yeah. He's a sentient dog because it takes place in the future.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, in the future,
cool
that's what we're going to have, sentient dogs.
You can't really see it on camera here, but because of the way the figure head sits, they give you like this extra piece that adds to the neckline, so it doesn't look like an empty spot and you can see the pivot. And I just knocked the sword out of his hand, so I'll have to get that later.
Way to go, nerd!
But they all come with like these little action things that I like. But the funny thing is here's his helmet.
So can you take
So like when it...
can you take
like,
his...
Yeah. So like... But it doesn't fit. It's really funny. His face would be smushed, and that's what's really funny about this figure.
I wonder how they explain that.
They don't. It's just TV. Yeah, their heads come off because they're changeable with the things. Yeah, this is like a later season that I kind of watched, but I really like the aesthetic of this figure, so I just picked him up. And I dropped his sword. He was actually holding it really nicely.
See, that's my problem is like posing. I'm like, I got a bunch of the Marvel Legends X-Men figures over here, which is a good segue, I guess, to stands. So that's a big thing about me is like, I'd like to take mine out, but I want to pose them, and a lot of the times the stands don't. I can't. It's hard to find stands that'll fit them because like reading reviews is just awful. Half
and
the people,
not to mention like some stands are like $20 for one.
Yeah, and then in the comments, some people are like, "Oh, these fit all this stuff, and there's some people like, no, they don't. These don't work at all. And I'm like, I don't want to.
NECA stands are notorious for that. When I looked them up,
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of people like the Power Rangers lightning line fits totally perfectly fine. Other people were like, no. So I was like, I'll bite the bullet, and I bought the stands, and not one of the lightning figures fits on the stand.
Damn.
And I was like, that's cool. At least they stand up. You can see them kind of over there. They stand up. But I did use them for all the Diamond Select Kingdom Hearts figures because they don't stand up that well. And Tron. I've got him posed doing the Tron holding the disc thing. I got to figure out how to hold the disc because he can't do it that well. But he's in that pose because if you have a Tron figure, he's got to be in that pose.
Exactly.
I like what Hasbro did with the Amber collection for Jurassic Park. They just give you stands.
See, I like stuff like that. Like I have the McFarlane Doom figure.
Yeah.
And this.
I think McFarlane gives a stand on every figure because Amell came with one too.
And this.
Arrow came with one.
This is a hefty boy. Like.
Yeah,
this
you
thing
can see it.
is heavy, and it comes with a little stand. It says Doom on it.
Yeah.
And the only thing I don't like is trying to pose him. I can't get him to look right. He just looks kind of like
I've got the.
He looks flamboyantly running right now.
Yeah, he did. He looked like he was like, I'm out of here. I've got a. You remember when Hellboy was popular with Ron Perlman, and they did two animated ones?
Yeah.
I bought a figure that came with the movie, and it was based off that look. But he is basically got little dangly legs, and he's super top heavy. So he cannot stand without the stand. And he'll just like, I've got him really up high, which I really shouldn't, but he's just nosedived off that shelf like numerous times. Quality built figure because he has yet to break. But yeah, he comes with a stand because if not, he cannot stand.
What kind of stand is it? Is it something that kind of goes into the back of him?
It just plugs right up in him.
Oh, okay. Right up in
like
there.
Right up in there, yeah. And then his legs just kind of dangle on the stand. But yeah, without that, he would not stand up. He's got little dangly legs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See, I've got a couple of McFarlane things. Like that's one of them, and then I have these really cool Spawn figures I got from a friend. Like, look at that guy.
That guy's dope.
He is. I love the way he looks, and he sits right here up by my lamp. But he stands up pretty good by himself. I don't have any stands with him. My friend got these from some guy at a flea market.
Oh, nice. See, my whole thing with McFarlane is I always thought that he made good quality figures, but they weren't like posable like figures.
Yeah.
But it seems like the last little bit they've kind of shifted towards that. Because that's like when they announced the DC line, I was like, are they going to be posable, like movable? Like, can you do anything with them? And then I've seen a whole bunch of people talking about them, and yeah, they're super posable. And I guess even his Spawn figures are too. And he also does. He's got he does the Mortal Kombat lineup too.
I haven't seen those anywhere.
Yeah, the McFarlane based off the Mortal Kombat 11 figures. They're nice looking.
Real fast, because I wanna do like another segue to McFarlane, because I have a question for you about something. But real fast about the stands. So you said you bought like the wire, like the.
Yeah, I bought the 14 gauge like multi-purpose wire because I saw this dude online when I was researching stands. He was like, yeah, this is how you can make a stand and have your figures like posable, because like some of them you can like the way they bend, you can actually just put the piece of metal in there and the figures you can pose them on there and stuff like that. I was like, all right, cool. So I tried it and then forgot completely how he did it and kind of butchered one. But now I kind of got him attached to the thing, and the Red Ranger looks like he's jumping to attack a putty, so it kind of looks cool.
Nice. So
yeah.
I wanted to make some homemade stands once because, again, like we were talking about, it's hard to find like the stands, and a lot of the time it's like $20 for a little piece of plastic. I went and looked some videos up on YouTube because YouTube has everything, and I saw a guy on there, and I feel like this is a universal thing. Like when like people are doing construction or outside like houses and stuff, they'll mark areas with these little plastic flags, and it's like the wire. Well, you can go to like Home Depot and Lowe's over here and buy the metal rods, and all you gotta do is get like some pliers. I have this sitting here to open this box. I'm not just some weirdo just sitting around with a knife. But anyway,
hey, I got the wire cutters over here because I have the gauge wire that I bought to do the figure. So
nice.
I have 100 foot of this to fuck up as many as I want.
Like, 1 second, and I'll show you one of the ones that I made. Anyway, you bend it and you make the bottom part a circle. So like, I wanted to make my Rogue and my Phoenix figure look like they're flying.
Yeah, so, I think we had the same idea. We probably watched the same dude.
So like, it's a little rusted. Somehow it's rusted. I don't know. I guess there's moisture in here. But anyway, it looks like this.
Okay. Yeah, that's basically what the guy said.
Yeah, and then like with Rogue, which by the way, this is my girl, 90s Rogue from the cartoon. Like,
oh yeah.
Anyway, she's got this really nice, like, back here by her hair. It's a nice area to put that in, and she just stands and she floats.
There you go. See, that's what I was trying to do, but I forgot what the guy said in the video. So, like, here's the Mighty Morphin, right? It looks like he's jumping. He's got his little sword attack. I got it wrapped around him. And then I have, like, a piece that's on the back of the shelf that it just holds it. And it looks like he's jumping.
Nice. See,
and I just plugged that in a thing. And this was just me butchering the first little bit. So this was my first test run. And I'm like, you know what? It doesn't look that bad. It looks like he's doing stuff. So I want to do that with a few more of the figures. I got a couple of them coming.
For the bottom, you should try like how I did with this one. You should like try curving the bottom like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it around, but I have this thing that's on the back of the shelf that literally this bottom piece just slides into.
There you go.
And it just stays.
So it just stays perfectly nice.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to lie in here because I can't reach that spot right
now. No, you're fine. Mine's all messed up here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it around this can.
There you go. Oh, cool! You drink LaCroix too. I love those things.
Yeah, man. I went like. One of my favorite dudes I've bought recently is this guy. Nice. I've always wanted an Optimus Prime figure, and I've never had one. But my favorite thing about this is it's the 30th anniversary one, and they released it under this line, and he's cell shaded to look like the cartoon. So that's all decal on there, like paint. To look like the cartoon.
That's actually really, really cool, man. Like,
yeah.
Did you get that?
I was able to
from Amazon too, or
this is Walmart.
Oh, okay.
I ordered him off Walmart's website, and amazingly, they had it. I also picked up Megatron in this line. It's their like the current line. Well, the previous line to the current line because they release a lot of lines. Siege. And they were like battle damage one. Megatron looks kind of cool. I didn't like the Optimus, but then I saw this, and I'm like, he looks like G1. He looks cool. So he just sits on my desk, and Megatron sits out there next to Iron Man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
See, I got a bunch of other ones sitting over here. Like I said, it got out of hand. Like with the Marvel Legends for me, the Marvel Legend figures were just like, I'm like, oh, I want this one. Oh, I want that one. Oh, I need this. And then those are the Build-A-Figures. Now, I've got some up here where it's like bits and pieces where like I've got a bunch of the spiders, just the Spider-Man because I like the Spider-Verse stuff. So I wasn't collecting them for what you built, but I did build Hulkbuster.
Okay.
And
I've seen that line.
And this dude is a big boy.
Oh yeah, he is a big boy.
And
that's pretty cool.
I love this thing. I wish the paint job was a little better, but for the most part, I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. One of the figures that I really want to get, but is really hard because there's two different lines of him, but he's pretty much sold out or a bajillion dollars everywhere, and that's the Scarlet Spider. It's Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider, not the new one. That's the other Scarlet Spider, but he's wearing you know the one from the 90s. He's got the straps. He's wearing the hoodie.
Yeah. They
released one under the original Marvel Legends line, and then they released one under the Marvel's Retro Collection line, and they're both like $300 everywhere.
I had my hands on the Ben Reilly Marvel Legends one.
Yeah.
He was on clearance for like $5 when I used to work at Walmart.
That hurts me.
But this is before I knew you. So if I would have known you, if I would have known you wanted that, I would have been like, bro, I'll ship this to you. Like,
I would totally be like, bro, what do you want? I would ship it. Because, like, I love that Spider-Man so much. And that figure and his look is just so cool. It's just spandex with, like, pockets on his, ankles, and he's in a hoodie.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I love that aesthetic of him. Him and Spider-Man 2099, I don't know if they ever put out a one for that. Hot Toys just put one out, and it looks fucking dope. I like they did put out for 2099.
This dude is like $80 on eBay. I can't
see. My problem is I started collecting now when things are like $80 to $100 on eBay and shit. Yeah. And I'm just like, man, I got into this game too late. But whatever. I'm not gonna go spend that much on that. That's just crazy.
See, and I was fortunate enough to get all these when I worked at Walmart and I had my discount card.
Yeah, man, that's a good thing to have.
But
discounts on shit.
Yeah. But I wanna sell them but I don't want to sell them. Like.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I like looking at them. When I walk in, I look up at them and I'm like, I like these. But these are all in their boxes just because they're worth stuff. So,
yeah.
If I ever
see, all these dudes are just sitting on this shelf that I put MacDac on, or because it looked better. But yeah, they're all open. They're just chilling there. This shelf is literally in the room because I wanted it close to me so I can cut them on my side here.
Well, see. But I'm planning on opening like certain figures, but like I said, with those, since those are worth stuff, if it ever comes to that, I can sell those and like they'll go. But when I get those turtle naked figures, I will take those to the grave with me out of the box. Like I am opening that shit and they're going on the shelf.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. If I'm able to pick some up, there definitely, I will move things on the shelf or get a new shelf.
I'm gonna take this shit down I got over here and put it in the closet to put them up. So
I'm trying to my figure collection is pretty much like there's a shelf out there and there's a shelf right here. That's what's staying. That's it. Like I got a few things on pre-order that I'm waiting for in certain lines. Like I got 2 Ghostbusters coming. I don't want all 4 Ghostbusters. I just wanted the 2 that I had. I got Bankman and what the hell did I pick up? Pick up Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray because those are the 2 ones you want, right? I got those in the plasma line. They're the same like quality as the Lightning one because that's just what Hasbro's doing now. Everything is in that same line. So I picked up those 2. I've got so I got a Black Series Vader and Stormtrooper because you need a Stormtrooper because they're just cool. And then I've got 2 Spider-Man figures that are based off the old school animated line from the 90s. It's Spider-Man and Green Goblin.
Oh, nice.
Out of that line. And then I'm like, and other than the Power Rangers that I've already got that are coming, and anything else maybe Power Ranger related from later seasons that looks kind of cool, then that's it. I'm pretty much done. Like and the Turtles. That's it. That's
for now
what I wanted. No, that's it. Like I know I've learned when to cut myself off from things.
That's good.
Because I sometimes have a problem with not doing that. That's the comic situation I got into. Because like when I was younger, I had comics, and then I didn't, and then I started collecting them again, and I'm like, this is just insane. And then I finally stopped myself. I'm just gonna give them to my nephew. Then they're my sister's problem. I was like, hey, does he want some comics? He can have them when he's older, and maybe they'll be worth something. Here you go. And she's like, no, I don't want them. Like, I don't care. They're in your house now.
See, my problem is I didn't start getting into a lot of this until I was an adult. Like, I mean, like I've always been into it. I'm at the collecting aspect.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't have access to a lot of it when I was younger. So once I got older, got jobs, had monies, I bought it all.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I did collect things when I was a kid. Like I had my Kinder Alien figures, had a bunch of Digimon stuff, but all that stuff, where I live on the coast, like in Mississippi, and like I don't even know how many years ago it was, but we had a really bad hurricane, so I lost everything. So that's like the one thing. Like I like out of all my stuff that I lost, those are the things that I miss. Were my toys and collectibles. I had the old Transformers figures, but they were die cast. Like they were metal.
Oh wow.
They weren't plastic. I got them they were handed down to me from my uncles, and I lost the bag of them. And I think about it to this day. I'm like, I wonder how much those are. I might have to look those up.
I wouldn't look. I wouldn't look. I've seen some of the turtles that I had that are like super rare now, even out of the packaging, and I'm just like, you're a fucking idiot. Like you probably sold it for $1. Like
I have one of my friends I used to work at Walmart with. He went through his parents' storage unit because where he lives at, that's where he grew up, and he found a bunch of his turtle stuff.
Nice.
Like
I do have a line of turtles that I haven't opened, and it was like a few years ago, might be like a long few years ago. They released like the collector's edition ones that were kind of based off the original lines. I forget what they were called, but
I know what you're talking about.
Line.
I think that was right when Nickelodeon acquired them, and they're like, all right, let's put out some turtle stuff. We haven't had this in a while.
Yeah, it was like they were an homage to the original lines.
Yeah,
they were way bigger.
Yeah,
I have the 4 turtles and Bebop and Rocksteady in that line. They never finished that line. They were supposed to put out like April, Shredder, and Splinter, but they never did. And then they put out those, and then they did the 4 turtles in the movie 1 versions and the movie 2 versions. I never picked up any of the movie versions, which I don't know why, because I saw them at Walmart.
I forgot they did the movie versions. Yeah, I wanted to get them. There was somebody online doing repaints of them. You could send her the figures, and she'd like repaint them, but they would look real.
Cool.
And right when I decided to pull the trigger and go get them, they were gone. We didn't have them anymore.
And now I've seen them online for like crazy. But I've never opened those figures. They were just kind of always on the wall, and now they're on the shelf out there. I probably won't ever open them, but I'm like, I do have that set, and I love that set. And then I was at Windsor Comic Con one year, and just loose in a bin, they had Donatello from the movie line, like the squishy body part one, just loose, and I was like, sold. I think it was like $5. I'm like, I don't even care, man.
See,
but I just wanted it.
I think
this reminded me of childhood so much.
They jack up the prices. Like,
yeah,
I'll see a lot of stuff that I want, but I'm like, I'm not buying that from you for that much.
I've looked on eBay for like just buying random figures. Like, I don't even care like the turtle figures, what they are and stuff. Just so much for like $80 for like 5 figures, and I'm like, nah, man, I can't.
It's not worth it. No, thank you.
And you only want one that looks cool. The rest are just like generic, like villains or some stupid gimmick that they did. You just wanted one of the good ones. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. See, I've always wanted a Casey Jones figure, and
I had one.
And with when NECA finally announced it, I was like, I need that. I know we keep talking about the turtles so much, and NECA. Look, we were burned by them.
Great fucking figures, man. He was burned really bad. He sent me the screenshot. Not even 12 hours later of those things, $300 for that pack. I don't blame him for being annoyed.
And I'm so, because I even got up early to try to buy them online to add them to my cart. I just wasn't fast enough.
Like, I get like NECA needs an output figures, right? And without Toys R Us for you guys anymore, you really don't have that. But why don't they limit these? Like,
well, see,
like, I don't even care if you buy 2, keep 1, and sell 1.
But that's the thing, like, though. Online,
but so many of them.
Online to pre-order them like that, it was two per person.
Damn.
So they probably had multiple accounts set up with multiple. I don't know how any of that works.
They bought it. 100%. They bought it. It's just
so stupid.
I wish there was some way around that. And like, it's the same way with like everything that gets sold that way. It's ridiculous. Because there's people like you and me who actually want to get these things and won't turn around and gouge the guy beside us. We're like, hey, guess what I have? You $300.
Yeah.
I paid $70, but I want to sell it to you for $300.
Yeah. See,
and I mean, I love your entrepreneurial spirit, but go fuck yourself.
I've been tempted to, like, whenever I see people on Instagram, because that's where I see a lot of my figures, like you know, a lot of figure posts and stuff. I'm always tempted. Like
I refuse to follow that NECA account just because I'm terrified.
Oh, I follow it just so I can see when the new shit comes out. But I always see people in the comments or like on the trending page. I'll see like figures and stuff. And whenever I see people like, oh, I've been looking for this, I'm always tempted to be like, bro, this is at my store right now. I will drive and go get it and ship it to you. Just pay me a little extra. I'll go get it. Like, that's the kind of person I am. I don't like. I want people to have this stuff to enjoy it, not like, oh, you know, here's this thing everybody wants for $10. I'm gonna sell it for $70.
And that just like it hurts me because like these things are meant to be enjoyed, and a lot of people just want to get these things, and because of douchebaggy people and people who want to just rip people off, you can't. It's just like it sucks. It really sucks. Because like I want to get that lock. That is cool to see Raph in his trench coat with Casey Jones in that fight in the park, and that's just it's from the first movie.
It's a classic.
That movie is classic.
Yep.
The movie never gets old. Speaking of which, you can watch the commentary on this channel. Link down below. I'm gonna link it below.
There you go. Do that.
It does really well. But yeah, we did a commentary to it, and it's just like I will never get tired of watching that movie.
There's my Casey Jones mask right back there.
Yeah.
It's not the NECA one, but this one was custom made because I paid like $80 for it. The guy like made it and everything. It's got like blood splatter, like you're fighting. And then right after that got shipped to me, NECA was like, "We have one for $30," and I'm like, you motherfuckers.
now it sells for $80, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But jump back to earlier what I was saying about the McFarlane stuff. So when I was younger, do you remember? Like, I remember the few rare times I'd ever go to the mall and I'd go into like Spencer's and Hot Topic. They'd have the McFarlane horror figures in there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember these?
I've seen them various places, not like Hot Topic and stuff, but yeah, we had them at various places.
They were like the most morbid, fucked up things. Like it was like the Hellraiser line. And then now you're making me want to go get something, but then I have to go through my house.
It would not be, I just have to go to the fridge. It would not be a Talking Bull production if I did not open it.
That's why whenever we stream Sea of Thieves, I try to go in the microphone if I have one.
He knows. It's my brand.
But I remember always seeing those toys and always being like, whoa, what is this? This is fucked up looking. This is nuts. And I remember they had like the outside of the Hellraiser. I remember they did like the Freddy stuff, but it wasn't just the figures. It was props it was like scenes. Like so. Yeah,
there's one I remember distinctly, and I've seen a few. It's Freddy coming out of the TV.
Yeah.
From I think New Warriors. Yeah, New Warriors or Warrior, whatever the hell it's called. I love that movie.
Is it Dream Warriors?
Yeah, Dream Warriors. That's it. I love that.
That's like the best one, man.
It is. It's got a great soundtrack and everything. It's so stupid though.
All of them.
Freddy's a whole conversation we need to have one day, man, about just how he functions and what he started out as and where he went to. It blows my mind to think.
I'm down to talk about that because we can talk about that on my channel, Horror Squid on YouTube, that I never do anything with. But
link down below.
You know.
Please go subscribe. He's got a cool Let's Play up on there. He streamed on there a couple times, and he's got a great video with it's Ryan, right? With Ryan about
yeah, it's the episode 1 of the Horror Squid podcast where we talk about Alien, and we were supposed to do an episode a week later, and it's been like 6 months.
We were all supposed to do one on Blair Witch, and that just kind of didn't work out.
That was also like 8 months ago, but you know we'll get around to it.
But yeah, we'll get into it, Freddy. I want to have a day because that is a whole character. But yeah, that scene is like him coming out of TV. It's a whole thing.
Well, the one that I remember while we're talking about Freddy though is gonna be another good segue to the next thing, but the one I remember, I feel like there's one with like a bed. Like there's like a not from the first. Is it a bed or maybe it's the
second one where he's popping out and getting the kid? Or what is it? Kevin Bacon?
No, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
And it's the first one, I believe. But no, it's not. That's not that scene. Maybe I'm thinking of the one where he's like this and he's got all their faces on his chest.
Oh yeah, isn't that is yeah? Okay, I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember which one that is.
Is that the third one?
I don't remember. I own them all. I binge watched them once. Well, I tried binge watching them. I made it about as far as 4, and I haven't been able to pick it back up. But
I don't blame you. Some of those, they're just awful.
Oh no, I just haven't had time. But I want to watch them all.
Some of them are just awful.
Oh,
you can skip 2 because it doesn't count.
They don't count 2?
2 doesn't count because like 1, 3, 4, and 5 are all the same line, right?
I thought 2.
2 is technically its own standalone kind of thing, and then they brought it back to her Nancy in 3, and then it's like she dies. Spoiler. And then like the girl gets pregnant in the 1 movie, and like her kid fights Freddy. Because it's like Dream Warriors and then Dream something, and then that kid fights Freddy, and then they send him down.
I'm going to have to rewatch these.
Yeah. Because then 7 is New Nightmare.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. But, you know, we're talking about the movies.
We're getting way off track. Going back.
Anyway, those McFarlane line horror figures were awesome. Like, I really like those.
Yeah.
But I like the ones that NECA puts out. I want to get some of those.
Their It is creepy. Not It.
Pennywise?
Yeah, that's it.
Which one?
They haven't. I'm pretty sure they haven't It. But just all of them, they look creepy. Pennywise is just creepy.
Yeah. So, now that we talked about Freddy and then we jumped back to NECA, have you seen their Toonie horror tune line?
Oh yeah, they have Ash.
They have Ash. They've got Pinhead, Chucky, and his bride. I can't remember her name for the life of me.
I can only think of the actress's name, but just escaped me.
Jennifer Tilly.
That's it.
They've got Jason, Freddy, Pennywise, both Pennywise, I think. They got a bunch of stuff. Anyway, I love those because they look super Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
and
I saw.
What's up? Sorry.
I love Bruce Campbell, and I love Army of Darkness, and I love Evil Dead, and I was just like, do I want to get this guy? Because I love it.
Well, I was on GameStop the other day.
What did you get?
And
unboxing time.
And there was, I've been wanting to open this all day. Actually, I've been expecting this all week, and I was like, man, Anthony wants to do this Friday. So I was like, hopefully they come in before then so I can like show them off. And then they came in today, and I was like, I told Sandy, I was like, I'm going to unbox this on the video because I think it'd be perfect. So
before you unbox this, though, let me just say, this channel's for adult only. If you're 13 or under, I'm sorry, you got to go. I just see all the unboxing people say that now.
Okay, yeah, go.
So I'm sorry, you gotta go. Come back later.
Because we're talking about toys.
Yeah. Yes. This is for adult collectors only. But yeah, let's check these things out.
Get out of here. Nah.
Get out of here. I'm sorry, you gotta go.
So I was on Amazon because they've been doing a lot of crazy deals lately. I guess because they're going out of business or maybe they're losing money.
If my dumbass got 2 figures this week, I would have fucking saved one of them to a bomb.
I saw that I've been looking for these for a while, but I could never find them under $30. And I saw them on there. It was buy one get one half off, and I'm like, fuck, I can't pass this up.
You really can't. No.
One of them was $10. The other one was $15. So I got both of them for $20.
Yeah,
and
worth it.
Well, plus shipping and everything, so it's like $25. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy I got these. I'm hoping this is them. I'm gonna open it up, and this isn't even like it's probably something she ordered.
It's like rice you bought the other day and forgot.
Oh, it is. I'm
like, you looked at them for a minute, and I was like, is he Spence or is he just?
Well, no, it's because like, I saw her, and I was like,
okay.
And I was like, what the fuck is? I'm like, I didn't order this. What is this?
You pulled out that tiny card, and I'm like, are they that small?
No, this is them. So, get all the packages out.
Man, they packed that really well.
Yeah. Good thing I wanted to open these because this box is jank. Like at least at the top. Like it's all bent and stuff. Anyway,
I can see that. Yeah, that's what people were saying about the Walmart thing too. They don't ship them well. Aw, that's so cool.
I got the Freddy. Oh
yeah.
I'm gonna open these in a bit and I'll show them not shining in the box. You see your reflection.
Just shine it off my forehead.
And I got my boy Jason.
Nice.
Yeah.
If there's anyone that looks Scooby-Doo, it's Jason.
Well, especially this figure.
Because he looks like, what is that? They fight that one ghoul guy with the green coat. I'm like, that's just Jason.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Looking at these right now, like I've seen these online. I'm like, oh, they look so cool. But having this in my hands is like the coolest thing. Because I'm like, this makes me so happy.
I love it. I am Googling that right now because I want to see how much. So, Big Bad Toy Store only has the wave of Evil Dead. Wave 3. They don't just have.
Oh, just Ash. So it comes with everyone Ash. From that wave.
You gotta get the Nun figure and Count Orlok. So I don't even know what the. So I hope it kept the camera. If you can see it there. But yeah, that's the line he comes with. At least on Big Bad.
What is she from? She's from what's the Annabelle the doll movie? But
oh, is that where she's from?
I think so. She's not from Annabelle, but what is that movie a spinoff of? Conjuring. Like if the Toon Terrors wave came, yeah, it says the Conjuring right here. Toonie Terrors. What the fuck? That horror Toonies Toonie. I was like, I know this doesn't sound
Terrors.
right.
If Ash came with like those two, I would see if I can find.
Check to see if EB has them or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. See.
All right. So while you're doing that,
I know they did a whole line with Evil Dead versus the Evil Dead for the TV show. Something I need to finish.
I gotta give it a shot. I was never an Evil Dead fan. I didn't understand when I was a kid that it was like, I know the first one was supposed to be like a serious movie, but it was just campy as hell. But then they turned it into like horror campiness. But as a kid, I'm like, horror movies are supposed to be serious and scary. So it's like, I was like, this is stupid. Like, I don't want to watch this.
Oh, he's on Toy Wiz.
All right, so
I'm not gonna buy him. I'm not gonna buy him off frickin' Amazon though. It's like $300.
Holy shit! So I got the box is open. But now you can see it a little better.
Yeah, there he is. Look at this little machete. What a cute little guy.
And then, like, once I get him out of this and I get the machete in his hand, I want you to take a look at him, and you'll see. Like, looking at him, I could just imagine him on an episode of Scooby-Doo. Of like Shaggy and Scoob running into this dude. Like they have to go investigate some camp disappearances. And hold on. All this noise, I'm sorry.
Nah, do what you gotta do, man.
Alright. I'm trying not to cut myself in the process. Anyway.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't want to do that. Get that little machete out.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, almost lost it.
Oh, they have Hatchet.
Oh, from the movie Hatchet?
Yeah.
Not Hatchet.
Oh, they have Sam. Did you know that?
Yeah. I forgot. That was one of the other. Is he from the same line as Ash?
Yeah, check him out.
Yeah. See, I need him. Like, you need to watch that movie. Wait till Halloween time or watch it soon. Just, it's so good.
He is he's on pre-order at EB Games Canada for $16.99.
Anyway, look at this dude. Like,
I like him.
Like
I like
so,
him.
like look. Can you just imagine? Now I need to go to Walmart and get a Scooby and Shaggy figure and just set these up.
Yeah.
Like this. Look, him just standing like this, staring, and they come walking up. Zoink, Scoob! Like, is that the guy that we've been looking for? Ruh-roh, Raggy. My semi okay-ish impressions of Scooby and Shaggy.
I like it. Yeah, they do have both versions of. I'm looking at the line now on EB Games. I hate when some of them ship to the house, and some of them don't.
Oh, this is so cool. I love this thing so much. I'm so glad I did this.
I'm looking at it right now because people are wondering. I'm looking at it. Freddy. Oh, they did Bill and Ted too?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Which makes you wonder. I think they might be doing other lines too. Like,
yeah, because they got Beetlejuice, they got The Exorcist, Victor Crowley, they got Back to the Future, the animated series. They also have Bob Ross. So if you wanted to have Bob Ross, you totally could. Go for it. Why not? Yeah, those are pretty cool, man. I like that one.
Guess I'll open Freddy too while we're sitting here.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Now these are really cool. I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put them. I think I'm gonna put them right here. Put one on each side of my computer.
Yeah. That's what I did with Optimus over here.
They've got Michael Myers too, which I'd like to get him. My mom was a huge Halloween fan.
That's that one they just did was pretty good movie.
The new one?
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch it. I watched it once. I was like, okay, I liked it. But speaking of stands, Freddy comes with a little stand.
Oh, that's cool.
Wonder how many people are actually gonna be watching this. You're like, these guys are dumb. But anyway, these will probably be my only figures I buy for a while until I can get my hands on the turtle ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. Those turtle ones are dope. We just keep going back to those turtles, man.
Because NECA is a bunch of jerks.
NECA's...
Nah, it's not their fault. I read their comments and stuff, and they say to the people who are complaining to them, they're like, it's not their fault. It's licensing deals. It's, you know...
That was their big thing too. It was like, yeah, because people kept asking about Canada. They were like, "What are you guys doing for Canada?" And they're like, "We have stuff in place. We have stuff in place."
Yeah, I don't get shit.
Just like, get shit in place. Luckily, like our stuff goes to EB, and our EB, like at least the website for the most part, has it for pre-order. After that, it's hit or miss.
I find it crazy that like. So GameStop owns EB?
Yeah.
Why not just call it GameStop there? Why is it still called EB there? Because we used to have EB games here as well.
Yeah, I don't know what the licensing, the way that license worked and why they changed it. Blah blah blah. I don't know. It's like Toys R Us and Toys R Us Canada, right? You guys don't have it, but we still do. So.
Fucky.
I don't know.
Didn't
not really. Our Toys R Us usually didn't have shit.
Isn't it Canadian owned? Isn't it? Is it Canada owned? Canadian owned? Canadian.
Yeah, it's separately owned from thing.
Oh.
So when they went down, we didn't.
Oh, I thought Canada bought them, like bought the rights or something.
They had a while ago, so still Toys R Us, but it was just separately managed or whatever. Apparently, slightly better managed.
Only slightly. I can't get this Freddy on the stand. I'll have to do this later. I don't want to take up too much time of me just sitting over here, you know, derping around.
No worries. I was looking at the line on my phone, so anyway. Yeah, it is cool. I like them.
Yeah.
I like that they're just like nice little stylized figures.
That's what I like about them. They're just like, I don't really want. They're already posed. I don't have to do much to them, and I love how like it just looks like the stance. It just looks like Freddy.
Yeah.
Now I kind of just want them to do a comic book, like a one shot where the gang runs into him, and then they run into Jason. Someone needs to get on this and just do like one shot Toonie Terror comic books.
Who owns Freddy now?
I'm not sure. I know it used to be New Line.
Yeah. And they went under, did they not?
Yeah,
Is it Warner Brothers? It's got to be Warner Brothers, right? Because they have all...
Probably. There's no telling.
No, they probably just got the licenses because they did... I was going to say they did Alien, Predator, and Mortal Kombat 2, but they were just guests, right?
Yeah.
So they would do the licensing from that. Because I'm saying, man, you just put out a comic.
I'd read the hell out of that.
I would.
I need more horror comics. There's not too many good ones.
No, there's not a lot like out right now.
Yeah, I found one last year.
In terms of...
I can't remember the name of it. I'll tell you later. I'll have to look it up. But I gotta stop playing with this thing. Okay, got 1 foot in.
It is owned by Warner Brothers.
Nice.
They do own the licensing for thing.
Dope.
Now I'm just reading. Oh, okay. New Line continues to distribute its films albeit as part of Warner Brother Picture rather than a separate media company. So they must have bought them. Now I learned something. You can just go down the rabbit hole of who used to own what and what got sold to what. Like trying to figure out, like, go read like DreamWorks, and who owns what when it comes to like DreamWorks animation and all their stuff and all their in-house stuff and like all their subsidiaries and all that shit. It's a read and a half. Sometimes I just go down that rabbit hole of like reading that.
Yeah.
It's like they would be like, it was like back in the day where Nintendo had that policy where you can only make so many games on one console, on their consoles. Some companies would just make an offshoot of that and make new games. And that's how we got like Iguana and all those brands. Because they would just go make like Acclaim. I think it was like Acclaim, they had the Iguana, right? Yeah. They would just make separate studios so they could put out more games. And then all those ones eventually just collapse. That's why we have like no smaller studio. That's why THQ Nordic now owns, because they just bought all of THQ and then decided to use the name. And the other half is owned by Tencent.
Tencent's putting out they own a lot of stuff though, I think.
Sony just bought a stake in Epic that's owned by Tencent.
Interesting.
Tencent's got its hand in everything, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Huh.
So many figures.
So many.
I do like now that we have this, like, we're in this era where we get good quality figures.
It's
like, I would say when we were younger, we didn't have that. Everything was just, here's all of it. Like, you wanted a turtle figure, you would get just whatever they put out.
Yeah, there was nothing like specific, nothing like.
Yeah.
Now it's like, these are based on this thing, so these look just like, you know. I mean, that goes with a lot of
live
things now.
Musical turtles.
Oh my god! Like,
Never in a million years did I think they would release the live version of the not even the next mutation turtle, but like the musical.
Oh, that's coming, I'm sure.
As stupid as the next mutation, some of the next mutations don't look that bad, but if NECA was able to make them look semi-decent, I would pick up that one. Because as much as the next mutation is terrible, some of the turtle design actually looks semi-decent.
They look pretty cool. I don't know. I know I'm not buying those. I'm sure if I tried, I could probably buy the Rockstar Turtles, but I don't want those.
Yeah,
they are just awful looking.
I really, if they had like one turtle by itself, maybe, but I don't want all four.
They're just so creepy looking.
No way. They are.
When I saw the announcement, I was like, no, why?
Because they were supposed to be con exclusive, and now we can't have cons.
Yep. I wonder. So they're doing like the con at home and stuff next week.
Yeah.
I wonder what stuff we're gonna be getting like toy wise from NECA over the next.
We have
few
already
weeks.
got some of the stuff that was already announced, and some of it's already gone, like turtles.
Yeah. I noticed the turtles. There was a Gremlins the other day, Gremlin figure.
And then there was. I've seen a whole bunch of stuff just trickling out. Because this was the stuff that you would get, and I'm like, I wonder what Hasbro is doing for their line of stuff, because they always put out a con exclusive. There's a lot of things that put out a con exclusive, so who knows? I'm reading an article that caught my eye because Ash Williams was supposed to be DLC in Mortal Kombat 11, and he basically confirmed it. And then they released almost all the DLC, and he never came out. And I guess maybe something happened. I just saw an article. He might still be coming.
Interesting. Like I said, I gotta check that out. I haven't played I'm gonna check out the Evil Dead again. I want to watch the remake.
I didn't like it.
Really?
I felt like it just wanted to be gory and gross for the sake of gory and gross.
Oh, it's one of those movies.
Yeah, where it's like, I'll watch this, but I'm also watching it like this because only so much you can just watch of grossness for the sake of grossness.
So this isn't action figure related, but it's about this topic real fast. But we were playing a show once at this bar we used to play at, and they had a TV right over the bar, and it was right in front of the stage. While we were playing, they had that movie playing on Netflix, and I remember just we were going at it, just playing metal, and like I look up, and as I look up, it's the tree and vine scene.
Yeah. And
I'm like, while I'm playing, I'm like, what in the fuck is happening? What is on TV right now?
I didn't like that they did a remake because like Ash is iconic, right, in terms of who he is, and I just was like, why did they do this? And then there was him, and he might have been in the sequel, but the movie didn't do that well, so they didn't make a sequel. And then everyone was so stoked for Ash that they just made a TV show that ran for a couple seasons.
Yeah, which I heard was really good. I know a lot of people.
I watched the whole first season. I'll
have to check that out. I bought it for a friend a few years ago for Christmas. Hit him up and be like, hey, let me borrow it.
Hey, please. I get sidetracked watching shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that was me and Drock talking about figures and just rambling kind of on. If you liked it, I hope you did. If you want more random shenanigans of me and D-Rock talking about stuff, or me talking to someone about stuff, let me know in the comments down below or messaging. D-Rock, thanks for hanging out with me, man.
Anytime, dude.
I always enjoy talking to you. Could do it for hours, so I'm just gonna cut us off here.
Yeah. Thanks for asking me though. I enjoy doing this.
Hey, no problem, man. Yeah, man. I was just sitting here. I was like, you know what? Me and him talk a lot about figures and what we like and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, might as well just put it out there and see if anyone else enjoys our rambling content. But thanks for watching this, guys. I'll be back with more shenanigans whenever. Please comment, like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Links down below for D-Rock's channel, the Turtles thing I mentioned, and anything else I remember. See you later, guys. Bye.
Later.